Capricorn, welcome to your reading today. I hope you're well. You're with me, Catherine. So this is Tarot, Oracle, and Soul Guidance. So it's a sacred journey into basically what's going on for you at the moment, and with some spiritual guidance, some messaging into working your way through it in coming into alignment. So let's see what Spirit has to say today, Capricorn. If you've not visited this channel before and this reading resonates, that would be great if you could like, share, and subscribe. So I'm just working here with a beautiful oracle card, and then we're going to be looking at Gene Keys Tarot. We're going to be looking at these beautiful postcards from Spirit and seeing where you're at. So Capricorn, let's have a look. Capricorn, you have the ability to affect your own destiny. Okay, so I wonder what's going on. You have the power to make yourself better, Capricorn. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. That's a very powerful, beautiful card. You have the power to make yourself better. Capricorn, are you feeling stuck in a situation? Just know that Spirit is saying you do have the power to affect your destiny positively. And whatever the situation that you're in, that you may be feeling stuck in, know that you do have the power to make yourself feel better. So let's get some more clarity from the tarot and just see what's going on for you here. So sometimes when we're feeling powerless, it can make us feel really unwell. You know, feeling stuck and feeling like we don't have the ability to affect our destiny, make our own plans, choice, etc. You know, from personal experience can make us feel really quite unwell. So Spirit is saying you do have the power to make yourself better. That this journey that you're on, we're all on a sacred journey all the time. You know, the journey is endless, really. And it is about destiny. And they are here to say in this reading that you do have the power to affect this destiny path that you're walking. And if it's making you feel unwell at the moment, you do have the power to make this better. Capricorn. Okay, so Knight of Wands is coming in. So this is about passion. Now, if we're feeling like we can't affect our destiny, sometimes we feel like we're lacking drive and we're lacking passion. So this Knight of Wands is here in this reading, I think, to help you start moving with fire and with passion and with energy. Now, the Knight of Wands can also feel like if the energy is stuck, that you can't move, and there's not enough energy to move forward and affect your destiny. So that's really interesting. And the second card that is coming here is the Queen of Pentacles, which is abundance. So this is about prosperity. Queen of Pentacles in your reading is about creativity, wealth. It's about stability. Queen of Pentacles is earthed and instability. So if we look, we've got earth and this beautiful tree with the first oracle card saying that you can change your situation, you can make yourself feel better. You do have the ability to affect your own destiny. You're going to need some passion and energy to start activating this Queen of Pentacles energy in your situation, in your life, Capricorn. So let's get some more clarity here. So the situation you're in, I'm going to get clarity, is saying this can be changed. You can make yourself better once you tap into more passion and start moving forwards into creating and affecting your own destiny. So wherever you're stuck, it's got a feeling this is around, the Queen of Pentacles energy as well. So abundance, what feels abundant to you, Capricorn, and what doesn't. So could we have some more clarity for Capricorn, please? Just listening and thinking about this for you, Capricorn, as well. I'm just asking Spirit to clarify and to guide us in what we need to see. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, restriction and 8 of Swords. So you're feeling perhaps that something is trapping you, Capricorn. You're feeling restricted, backed into a corner, and that your hands are tied. Maybe there's some anxiety here. You're feeling hopeless, helpless. Perhaps you're facing a crisis. You're in a dilemma. And if it's feeling punishing, like you're in this situation, it feels like you can't, it's making you feel unwell, Capricorn. And it's making you feel like you've got no passion and no drive. You've got no Knight of Wands energy and no Queen of Pentacles prosperity and stability and a sense of safety at the moment in your life because of whatever here is restricting you. Spirit is saying instability and insecurity. Feeling insecure in this situation, but they're saying you can affect your destiny by tapping into the Knight of Wands energy. So the passion and the drive and the motivation to take yourself out of whatever this restriction is. You have the power to make yourself better. So is it your health, Capricorn? Is it a work situation where you are feeling really restricted, trapped, or health situation where you're feeling like you feel helpless and hopeless? And thank you, Spirit. I love it when they pop out like that. Let's have a look. Okay, death. You're in a massive transformation, Capricorn. Spirit is asking you to let go of a past version of yourself. This is what you need to be thinking about, considering. That is what the Death card means. It is transformation at its deepest level. So whatever you are stuck in, restricted in at the minute, just know that to affect your destiny, to make yourself feel better, to bring in the passion and the Knight of Wands energy into your life again, and the abundance that you're seeking, is going to need a releasing of the past version of yourself. So if this is resonating, Capricorn, just know that you are in a moment of deep, deep spiritual transformation. There are new beginnings, but there are also letting goes, endings even, and there's change and there's transition. So you may be aware that this is happening, but Spirit is saying change and transformation is coming. This is really now about cleansing and purging what has been in the past to make way for a new future. So this destiny moment is a new beginning. It's a new future. It's going to be filled full of passion and energy and abundance. The restrictions can be released because you have the absolute power to transform. You have the absolute power to let go of that past version of yourself, which may be holding you back and actually causing the restriction and actually causing you to make yourself feel unwell. You know, we can do that to ourselves. It doesn't have to be that there is an external situation causing this. And it can come down to an inner, deep, deep personal choice of transformation to let go. And in that decision, that is what affects our destiny. When we decide something like that, when we truly move into the choice of transformation, just inherently passion rises up in us, and just by default, abundance arrives. Now, because the abundance doesn't have to be a physical, tangible, external thing, it's the internal source of wellness that you may be seeking, a sense of drive and passion and energy and abundance of, the Queen of Pentacles is grounded in her safety and her security on the earth. Now, I say her, it's yin yang, it's any frequency of that. It doesn't have to be that it's the feminine or the masculine. It's the frequency of those feelings. Wow, that was very powerful, Capricorn. I just would like a few more of the tarot here, please. So with you, Capricorn, in this journey, let's see what Spirit have to say. Okay, inspiration is on the way, Capricorn. Ace of Wands, this is, you have something coming in, and perhaps it's this reading that's going to be a lift and an inspiration to make that choice of transformation. Your choice in whatever's going on, whether it's work, health, relationships, you have the ability to affect your destiny by releasing that past version of yourself and allowing more passion in, allowing the abundance in, allow the inspiration. The Ace of Wands is about new beginnings. It's good news. Good news is coming, Capricorn. It's about physically starting something creative. So that's that passion, that's that Knight of Wands for you. That energy, that frequency is available to you in life right now. Even if it feels stuck, even if it feels restricted like this Eight of Swords, even if, the choice for transformation has to come from inside, and that is what's going to help you feel or make yourself feel better and bring in that passion, bring in this inspiration. It's going to cause growth. It's going to give you perhaps an option to travel. Now, travel can be external, but it can be traveling through the transformation and emerging transformed, transmuted. That's very positive, Capricorn. So if you're feeling this restriction and you're feeling stuck and you're a little bit lost on your journey, it's about total transformation. That can also feel quite overwhelming, obviously. Having been through many deaths and rebirths, I have my North Node in Scorpio. So death and rebirth and transformation can be alarming. It can feel overwhelming, and sometimes it can feel very inspiring. So I'm sensing that Spirit guides, your higher self is saying this transformation is about an inspiration for change that's going to affect your destiny positively and immediately help you feel better. Not restricted anymore. So then we had the High Priestess, but it came in inverted. So, okay, Spirit is saying that with this particular reading here and where you're at, Capricorn, it's your inner knowledge that is going to best guide you in everything that's going on. Your inner knowledge. So don't seek externally. This transformation is massively internal. That is what's going to make you feel better. That is what's going to affect your destiny, bring in the passion, the abundance, and this deep, deep sense of inspiration, releasing you from restriction. So the High Priestess, a very beautiful card, really beautiful, and it did come inverted. So saying misuse of your intuition or lack of emotional control, Capricorn. Now, when we just take the high priestess as the high priestess, again, it's about your intuition, your inner knowing. So in the situation you're finding yourself in, that you've got to transform and let go of the old self, is it because there's been lack of emotional control in what's going on? Is that the restriction that's causing you this sense of not feeling well? This sense of you can't affect your destiny because something has been just out of control, out of emotional control. And when we have that feeling, and then we can often lose our intuition and our inner knowing, our self-trust can go. Personally, I've had that deep sense of like, I've lost my own self-trust and inner knowing and intuition about myself, feeling unable to affect my destiny because I'm just overwhelmed by everything just feeling too emotional. And when that happens, we can feel very restricted. So is it yourself, or is there a situation or another causing this lack of emotional control? And how can you bring yourself back into your deep inner intuition? Because that is what's going to guide you through this. And as I said before, it's this deep inner transformation, needing to let go of some past version of something, of you within something, or within yourself, the way you see something, the way you are working, being in relationship. And in that transformation, you're going to access passion, abundance, inspiration, even more deep inner intuition. Coming into more contact with your spirit guides, discovering your truth, Capricorn. That's truly going to affect your destiny positively. And it's going to immediately help you feel better. So let's see what the Gene Keys have to say here. Now, the Gene Keys, if you haven't already, are an incredible tool for alignment to soul, purpose, life, mission, vision. They're very intuitive, contemplative, and you can download your free hologenetic Gene Keys profile at genekeys.com. And whatever comes through in this reading, it may be that you have it in your profile, giving it even more meaning. So there are 2 keys here. So we have Gene Key 26. Now, your dilemma in this situation, so we can see the dilemma, we can see the shadow, we can see the gift that can come forwards, or that you can bring to it, or that you can receive. And we also have like a superpower here in this reading that can be accessed in whatever it is that you're working through in this transformation, Capricorn. So the dilemma here is lack. So you can affect your destiny. Just don't focus on lack. Focus on passion, focus on abundance. So that lack could be what's, you're feeling restricted by. And it's all to do with pride. And so this transformation is about releasing lack and pride, and just becoming more artful with the way that you are. Becoming inspired, becoming passionate again, Capricorn, and following your intuition. Follow your intuition. Okay, now we have Gene Key 62. Now, this is the dilemma of facts. So Capricorn, the facts are your dilemma in the situation of this transformation. Now, you may be saying to yourself, it's impossible. There's something here that's deeply restricting you, so that making you feel like you cannot affect your own destiny. However, when you come into your own sense of impeccability and precision around your own inner guidance, Capricorn, that is what is going to initiate and bring about this inspired transformation. So the shadow here is the intellect. So if you're overthinking this, the guides, your higher self, gene keys, this wisdom is asking you to step into the high priestess and follow with your intuition, inner intuition, to understand what parts of the old self need to be released. Is it this overthinking? Is it this sense of lack? Is it this sense of pride that is holding you back? Gene keys are powerful, Capricorn. So I would recommend like some pause there in your own time. You can contemplate that, journal on that, let that sink in, and hopefully that sort of weaves through this reading and this soul guidance, this energy in this transformation that you're potentially embarking upon, because they're saying you do have the ability to do this. Just tap into that intuition. Okay, so I'm going to go into another oracle deck here, and just to see some extra clarification, what would Capricorn need to know about this dilemma of lack, the shadow of intellect or pride? And how can they come into this transformation that is full of passion, abundance? It's really about discovering your deepest inner truth, Capricorn, and just moving with that. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we have 2, security and openness. Okay. When you come into a sense of inner security by following your deepest inner truth, Capricorn, this is going to allow you to open into the transformation. So it may be that there is insecurity in the transformation around money, or around feeling like you can't, there's not enough, there's lack, there's not enough passion, there's not enough inspiration, there's not enough connection to your higher self, to your guides, that, you know, there's a restriction here. So there's restriction and openness. So once you move into this decision for transformation, it will positively affect your destiny, enabling you to immediately start to feel better from whatever is going on. This is what's going to open you up into passion, open you up into inspiration and more abundance. More abundance, Capricorn. I also want to ask what chakra point, Capricorn, or chakra points, let's see what comes out energy wise that is best for you to be focused on. Now you could use this in a meditation. I have chakra meditations that you can follow. Chakra meditations are very useful because they access energy spaces in the quantum field, in the hologenetic field of you, that can unlock on a level that we're not in a mental realm with. So they are saying there's too much, the shadow of intellect, overthinking. So that meditation would be the opposite and may really help you, Capricorn. So let's look at this. Courage. They are asking you to have courage. Courage is the the solar plexus chakra. So if you're feeling any energy here, stuck, restricted, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus. Why do I keep saying sacral? Oh, because we do have sacral as well. Okay, that was the second one. So solar plexus, well, the sacral comes first. Maybe that's why. Let's go, let's take the sacral and you have the solar plexus. So this is about your emotions, Capricorn. Okay, now sacral chakra, you know, as we come up, as it were, and out through the crown is beneath the solar plexus. So Capricorn, it is safe for you to feel emotion as you experience relationship with yourself, others, and the universe. Emotion is there as a useful tool to give you information. As you listen to and name your emotions, you become clear about the messages and beliefs behind them. This will liberate you. And there's an affirmation, I feel. So this transformation is about feeling your emotions, which is again the opposite to the mind and the intellect. So as you focus on the sacral energy center, the chakra there, even just visualizing orange there, and emotional, just being aware, not overwhelmed, but coming into that deeper intuition, inner guidance, emotions is going to start to release the restrictions, and it's going to tap you immediately back into passion, inspiration, your innate abundance, Capricorn. So then we come up to the solar plexus, which is this beautiful yellow. Now, solar plexus is about courage. So when we do emotional work and when we go into deep transformation, I mean, this is a massive card to receive. Transformation, transmutation. Spirit's asking you to release a past version of yourself and have courage. And just know that you have the strength, courage, and willpower to face your fears, Capricorn, and see your desires, dreams, and goals through to completion, because that is what's going to affect your destiny. That's what's you're going to find the passion, the abundance, the inspiration, this high priestess energy, this truth of yourself. Capricorn, release the need to be anything other than who you are in order to succeed. Release the need to be anything other than who you are in order to succeed. So that's that transformation point. Releasing the old. Anything that's not you, let it go. Let the transformation come through. Capricorn, believe in yourself and have the courage to fail and succeed. You are possible. This is possible. So, two very powerful energy centers to be focused on in meditation, two powerful gene keys to focus on there. Okay, and then lastly, Capricorn, I just would like to give you a postcard from Spirit. Postcards from Spirit are just beautiful. I recently found them. In fact, they were a birthday gift to me from my sister, and they are just stunningly wise, beautiful messages. All the links for the cards I use are below. Wow, Spirit, that's too much. Capricorn needs a lot of messages. Okay, let's try this one more time. Spirit guides, angels, could you give Capricorn a lovely single message? Thank you. Okay, looks like this. Postcard from Spirit, Capricorn. Dearest you, dearest Capricorn, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt, release an obligation, or do a solid kindness to someone for no other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. You have to receive, not just give. Capricorn, we love you so much over here. That's a very, very in sync message there, Capricorn. I hope that resonated and landed in a gift. Perhaps that is the gift, just hearing that and knowing that you can truly affect your destiny, make yourself feel better, open up to the emotions, open up to the transformation. Know that you have the courage. Spirit is with you. The restrictions can go, can release. And know that something or someone is entering your life with a generous offer for you. And you should take it and trust you are worthy and deserving of it. This will positively affect your destiny. And I believe bringing in that passion and that abundance, that transformation, and a whole sense of feeling a lot better, as Spirit Guides suggested at the beginning. You have the power to make yourself better, Capricorn. I hope that has served, and I hope, Capricorn, that this deep inner transformation finds you in a new space in life that feels inspiring, abundant, and full of passion. Let me know in the comments below if anything resonated, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take lots of care.